Enough build-up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And we're underway in Caesar Superdome. Dylan Lowby on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Okay, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
They're going play action. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. The Adam Brock throw was on target. Gotta help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's gonna run for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
This is Gentine on 2nd. And that's not what the offense styles are. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
3rd and long for him here. Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. They'll be led out by the Louisville products. I know those folks are excited for him, as are the folks from Texas Tech and Oregon. Here's Tyler Shough.
Kate, it's really obvious. Tyler has nothing to prove about his dedication to the game. And he put his body on the line collegiately. He got that covered across a 7-year career in a couple of different stops. Evaluators, they love grip. And Tyler's got a lot of it.
That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
Here's Etienne on first down. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. ETN is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get it out of the way, big time.
The extra point, here's Smith.
Point after
is up and through. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders, nothing.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Trey Tucker to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. No one's around him. He's got space. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
He gets this to Michael Mayer. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. He takes off with it. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down by Julian Blackman.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
From the gun on 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Now on 4th down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Oh, slow snap there. And it's blocked! And they take over in a good spot at the enemy 41.
Pretty easy for all of us to just simply focus on the block, but this is one of those situations where the problem, well, you could trace it back far earlier. Yes, the snap was accurate, came out clean, but it was too slow. There was not enough velocity, so that punter was left out there hanging dry, and he paid for it.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. From the pistol, they're going to run with ETN. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, and they go right back to it. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Shotgun snap to Shuck. Ryan right side. And get this forward to about the 28. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Running back sent in motion left. Third down, here's Shuck. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They work against the blitz. Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. They'll toss it. Genty. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Saints into the dime for this 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making a stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Oh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Return out of it. They have it a little further up past their own 30. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. Running back sent in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Shuck. Connection made, Travis Etienne. Continuing to move past the 45. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest game.
Couldn't get the screen set up properly, Brock. Pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to run for it. Still going inside the 35. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. And he didn't need much after making the recovery, did he? A step or 2 forward, and it gets him the first down anyway.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
ETN again. And he picks up about 4 yards before they send him out. So 2nd and 6 coming up.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Shuck running the sneak. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Off the play action. Chuck. This one falls incomplete.
Oh, that is going to hunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They go right back to ETN. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Now give this up the middle to ETN. And he's in for the touchdown. The Saints pull out in front further, 13-zip. Travis Etienne, the touchdown.
Kate, to put this first quarter in perspective a little bit, add a little context. You know what the single-season rushing touchdown record is? 28. 28 in 17 games. Well, LT did in 16 back in the day, but he's got 2 already here in the first quarter.
For the extra point, here's Smith. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14. Raiders nothing.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Tucker now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And come off a 3-and-out Brock. They really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Going now on first down. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Pass play coming here. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Incomplete.
Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Going to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Throw here, 3rd down. It's complete. This is Bowers. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Vegas first down.
For a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Pass play now. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
Saints adding an extra DB. This is 3rd down. Back to throw now. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
A.J. Cole on the punt. And he's going to try to avoid having a second one blocked here. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Here comes the Saints offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. No gain on the play, even after he broke the tackle. Just able to get back to the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
So on 4th down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. Back deep for the Raiders, Trey Tucker. return, Brock, also brings us to the end of our first quarter. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. It's the Saints setting the pace so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of one. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to Genty. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Easily add the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
1st and 10 now from the 46. He keeps this one himself. And they drop him after just a yard. 2nd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Shotgun give here to Genty. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
To the air on 3rd and long. That's complete to Bowers outright. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And they don't get the catch they need there. That man was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now toss it to ETN. Oh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Chuck now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And they're going to try to break through this defense and put some points up. They're down 14-zip. First down, play action. Going left side, Bowers has it. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. That play good for 17 on a first down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
They'll throw it here on first. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Giving this to Genty. The crossbit. Oh, lost the football. And the Saints get to it. And that right there is going to be the spot they take over as they pick up a couple extra yards on the fumble return.
Well, that was such a nice run with great explosiveness and vision to get free. But you saw who's moving near the end of that kick. You almost felt like a little fatigue set in, and that created the opening. What do they say about fatigue? Make cowards out of all men. I'll tell you what fatigue does on a football field. You can lose the ball security and the ball just like that.
The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Genty from the gun. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Sent to the ground by Pete Warner.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Matt Gay
on to line up this field goal. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. This is running out of gas, and it's going to be short. Looked like they had issues with that snap. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
Hey, whether it's a good hold or not, the process is the same for that kicker. He's going to catch some unfair blame on this one, Kate, because it was the snap that just set everything off. Not accurate enough, and that left the holder scrambling to try to get his job done, and none of them, unfortunately, could.
On the ground to begin this drive with ETN. And he danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They're going play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's ETN on the give. And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3. That's going to bring up 4th down.
He was taken down.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Ryan Wright on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try to miss the mark. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
That's completed out to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He's dropping back to throw. He's going for it himself. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
And the Raider 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays right before the snap. You know, if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Zone read, they'll get it to Jeanty. Escapes the defender. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
These running backs love getting to the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Inside handoff goes to Laube. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
This is Jeanty on 2nd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
So here he is, getting his 2nd field goal look at the half. This will be from 52 yards. And it doesn't have the leg from deep, but he just can't get it there. Now we have a member of the Saints injured after that play and obviously in need of some assistance. First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. From the pistol, they're going to run with ETN. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Rush coming for Shuck. And down he goes. Raiders got him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Motioning left is their running back. Third and long for him here. Left side, that's there. Caught! This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Saints first down.
That's good.
Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Saints holding the lead inside of the Superdome. Shuck now on first down. Falls to the ground now left, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Shuck working from the gun. Finds the in route, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To throw again here, it's Shuck. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th downs instead.
This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Raiders and running back Ashton Genty headed back out there. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Putting a receiver in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's got a man left. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Third and long, they're going to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, downing it at the 1. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And this is close to their end zone. They have got to be careful, but there is still enough time. They could mount something of a drive here. Saints to the line now. First and 10. Running it here with ETN. Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2.
1 yard gain.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
ETN again. And we will have this to up around about the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the run, it's ETN. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway.
Matt Gay.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Shoots away from one. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Saints offense ready to start this third quarter. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
No gain on the
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. We motion the tight end over. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Has him on the quick hitter. And out of a small gain up to about the 32. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll send him over right. 3rd down, here's Shuck. He's going to loft one deep to the left. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First play is going to be again to Genty. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
He's tackled at the
Cool thing about a
34-yard line.
drive-starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Throwing from the gun here. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Trying to find Brock Bowers. So it's going to be third and short coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Oh, I love this, giving it to the big guy on third and short. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Gain of 3 yards.
3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Kate. They say the football is cyclical. Well, I sure hope we see the fullback come back. There's just something about that guy, something about that position. And he just showed you right there, going to get you a first down. They can be difference makers, too.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
Second and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
17 yards.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Las Vegas first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it and doing his job.
Running from the pistol here with Jency. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. They're going to try and throw it here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll throw, third and long. He's trying to push the field. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
They're out now, ready to punt it. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. The Saints come marching onto the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's ETN on first down. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. They go right back to ETN. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's third down.
No gain on the play.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. They'll air it out on third. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Intended for Noah Fant.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Punting
Wright
unit out
in
now.
punt formation.
And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Oh, no. He just hit the back of the end zone. That's going to be a safety. You know, generally down around your own end zone, you're thinking less of driving the length of the field. Initially, you're just trying to buy some space and prevent a safety.
This is called situational football. You work on it all through training camp, right? It's not just a 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
This can be equally important. Just get that first down. Just get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Well, the defense wasn't having it.
Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Working on first down. Caught, nice gain left side. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45.
It's a gain of 23
They get 23
yards.
on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the
Move the
45-yard
chains!
line.
Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Design quarterback run here. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Taken down right
Boy, is
at
it
the
tough
line
to
of
fool
scrimmage.
this defense with
No
how
gain
well
on the
they
play.
read and react to
Second
these
and
plays.
10.
Held that line,
At
and the QB
45-yard
keeper
line.
gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working now from the gun. And they're going to tag a defender with this one.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Intended for Jalen
They would
Naylor.
sure love to connect on
Incomplete.
some of these intermediate throws, those chunk
Sanger
throws.
on
Getting a
the coverage.
completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's a screen play to Genty. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for a loss of yardage.
Ashton Genty.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback. And on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
From the gun on 3rd down. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
And this is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
They managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and
The difference
4.
right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Rookie, and he's going to go down. Great work by the Saints. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Five men in the secondary for the Saints. 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. Throw here, third down. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Game's kick is good. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
I think we're all a little surprised he was able to convert that try. It looked like they were not going to be able to get the ball down with that inaccurate snap. I don't talk about poise a lot of times for a kicker, but he just showed it and paid dividends.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Saints send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Look underneath here for Etienne. And he'll get it up to the 27.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, Etienne gets it. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Pay on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Chuck now from the gun. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Shuck looking to pass here. He finds Bailey working downfield here. And he's going to bring this down to their 35.
It's a gain of
that one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Shuck with a quick toss out wide. Nice gain there on 2nd down before they get to him, but we also have a flag down, partner, so let's see if this stands. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 2nd down.
Things a bit tougher following that penalty. Here's 2nd and 15. On play action, here's Shuck. Connects with Fant. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Nickel set here from the Raiders, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Taken in by Vele, right side. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. Waste of time. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. And off to Genty. He dodged the tackle. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. A pickup of 17. That's a Vegas 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Another give here to Genty. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They'll go play action. Throw wheeled in by Mayer. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Giving this to Genty. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. He'll call his own number. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
We didn't try fighting for more and risking a fumble in that situation. Just make sure you get what you need and then go protect yourself. That's exactly what the QB did.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the gun, Laube. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders cut the lead down to just 2.
14. Raiders 12.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Ty Chandler to return. Escapes the defender. All right, so they're going to take over the 39. Nice effort there.
The Saints take
New
over
Orleans back
first
on
and
offense
10
and ready to go
at
now.
their own 39
And they take the
line.
field with nothing to show from their last series, Brock. Gotta imagine they're pretty upset with how it ended.
Yeah, and the only way to flush that feeling, and the good teams do this, is to go down and make sure your kicker is not attempting a field goal, but an extra point on this drive.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Motioning the tight end now. Shuck working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chain.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Trying it right side with ETN. They stuck with him and got the same result. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
I'll motion the slot man right. 3rd and long for him here. Incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football. It is a part of the game, even for the very best. Nothing more to do about it now than shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be coming right back your way.
Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Dive play straight ahead. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They'll throw it. Got a man. It's Dante Thornton Jr. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball with the 44. Trying to throw this from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Jukes away from one. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
17 yards. And the Raider first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Raiders.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, play action. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Sticking to the air here. That's one quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. From the red zone now. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this is going to fall incomplete. They made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's third down.
I just hate that. I just hate to see that. Everything on the play was done so well. Everybody did their job, but you got to finish. You don't get many chances to make that type of play for your team. You got to come through on that touchdown.
Third down from the gun. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders take a fourth-quarter lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired, but that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders jump in front now by 5.
19. Saints 14.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. It almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Finds him on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
True story, Kate. After practice one time, the head coach in the NFL said, I'm done with my fault. I'm done with my bad. No more of that tapping on your chest. That was an example of the quarterback delivering a perfect pass. And the receiver...
slow snap there. And it's blocked. It's picked up inside the 15. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. They'll run here following the penalty, and he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Off the play action, Chuck. Has a man on target to Johnson. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he dodged the tackle. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Another run for Kamara. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Shuck running the sneak. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Running behind center with Kamara. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Trying the air now. Here's Shuck. He's keeping it, and he gives himself up after a short gain.
I love that play. And that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Now motion him out of the backfield. 3rd down, here's Shuck. It's on target to Johnson. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. They'll run with Kamara. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Saints take a 4th quarter lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Shuck and the Saints offense still out there. They're going for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. He has it! And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter.
Raiders 19.
Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. It puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, it's certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
The Raiders and running back Ashton Genty headed back out there. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there.
It's a
gain 11 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cut. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now. They need 7. Throwing now off the play action. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Running back sent in motion left. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. That sure altered the throw.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Escapes a defender. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sideline.
Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on 2nd. Chuck now from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Now Chuck on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So out now comes the punter. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line.
The Raiders
Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field.
At their own
And they'll try for better
40-yard
results
line.
this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds Genty underneath. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing from the gun here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Back to throw it. It's complete. This is Bowers. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 from the 43. Shotgun give here to Genty. He scrapes together a yard at most. It's 2nd down.
Ball carrier taken down at the 41. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Inside handoff goes to Laube. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Raiders down by only 3. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it, thanks to the turnover on downs.
It's a turnover.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Motioning left is Olave. They're going to pass it here. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. He's back to throw. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
On now comes their punter. Errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw it. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Back to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And now they face second down.
He was covered by Caden Ellis.
Here he is to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looks like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now. Trying to push deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Raiders.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. He's going to throw it again. It's a screen play to Genty. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
At the 41-yard line.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. They are throwing it again. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain. Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Here he is to throw. Wide open, downfield, got it! And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. That one hits for 30. And that's a Vegas first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. Matt Gay now in a high-pressure spot. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Fields it, and he's going to run this one back for the end zone. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. So it's a win for the Saints. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.